Hey, girl, you know I'm up here rolling up so we can hit this story.
Welcome back to my channel. Makayla loves gymnastics.
Hey, girl, I wonder what Makayla's gonna got going on today.
Welcome back to my channel. Makayla loves gymnastics.
Out here spilling tea and telling truth on gymnastics every day over here on
Makayla loves gymnastics.
the Gymnastics for Everyone Network, hosted by Makayla Loves Gymnastics.
Makayla loves gymnastics.
Hey, girl, you know I'm up here rolling up so we can hit this story.
Makayla loves gymnastics. Welcome back to my channel. Makayla loves gymnastics. Welcome back to my channel.
Get in here, honey, and sit down. We're about to start very shortly.
Welcome back to my channel. Makayla loves gymnastics. Welcome back to my channel. Makayla loves gymnastics. Welcome back to my channel. Makayla loves gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
For
Everyone in network.
gymnastics for everyone. A network.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel. Makayla loves gymnastics. And welcome, everybody, to the Gymnastics for Everyone Network. And today we are going to spill some gymnastics tea, break down week one of the NCAA. And, the girls are upgrading still. Sky Blakely literally a few hours ago just posted a video of her doing a chung to a mat. Now, was the mat in the pit? Yes. But that just lets us know that this is a realistic vault for Sky Blakely. And we have Oscar, who will be joining us shortly. And we have Ezra, our NCAA specialist for this season, who will be jumping on the thing. He was on the line for a second, but he jumped off. So when he gets back on, we will have some things to talk about. I think that's Ezra right now. Yes, that's Ezra. We're waiting on Oscar for whenever he gets on. Hey, Ezra, how are you doing, friend?
Hey, Makayla. Oh my goodness. I miss you so much.
I miss you too. So let's jump into it because I know you have things to do tomorrow. You have school to attend, so we can't be having a 4-hour show tonight. So let's just jump into. Oh, we'll jump into it when he gets back on. But so what we're talking about tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to break down the first week of the NCAA and this Mean Girls Super Sweet 16 format, which I absolutely thoroughly enjoy so very much. We also have, like I just said, Sky Blakely literally a few hours ago posted a video of her landing a chong. Now, was that landing in a pit on a mat? Yes. But like I just said, that just proves that this ball is a reality for Sky Blakely. And let's not forget our good sis Addison Feta Cheese also posted a video of her landing a chung too. So that is 2 chung vaults added to Team USA repertoire. Now, one of those young ladies, I believe, have a much more likely chance of making the Olympic team, but let Miss Addison Feta Cheese create a bar routine with the sit, 7, along with her chung vault. I don't know. We can have the surprise of
Makayla.
the year. Yes, my love. Ezra, are you there?
Yeah, I need you to send a link in the chat because my phone is glitching out, so I'm going to try to get it on a tablet. So if you could send a link in the chat because this tablet does not on my Twitter. Okay.
No problem. Let me do it right now, my love. And anybody, if you want to get on and talk about all of the gymnastics that's going on this weekend,
Okay.
there we go. Let me pin it. No problem. Let me do it right now. So there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So, Oscar,
Hey.
how have you been, co-host?
Oh my gosh. It's raining really hard, so I'm actually soaked. I just got in the door.
It was doing that last night for us. I guess y'all are getting the winter part of the damn tornado cold front that went through last night.
Yes, it's so windy. It's so windy also. It must be.
Oklahoma needs to keep y'all weather over there. In Florida, we get hurricanes. We don't get tornadoes and derechos and all this other good stuff.
Wait, what's the good stuff? Ratios?
Huh?
What are the good things? Ratios?
No, I'm not saying a hurricane is a good thing. It's just we're used to hurricanes. We're not used to tornadoes and derechos and windstorms and stuff like that. Like,
Is Rachel the name of a storm? To be honest, I haven't been paying close attention to the
no, I'm trying to say it's okay. This is me not pronouncing the word correctly. I know I'm not pronouncing this word correctly. It's derecho? Derecho? I don't know. It's like a land hurricane, basically.
Oh, do you know how to spell it?
Of course not. But I'll talk about it after the show. I'll send you the link of what it is.
Oh, Drecho.
That sounds like it's correct.
A widespread, long-lived windstorm that is associated with a band of rapidly moving showers or thunderstorms.
Correct. And that's exactly what the hell was going on yesterday and this morning in Tallahassee.
Did any trees fall?
Yes. Fortunately for us, we never lost power, but like half the city still don't have power in Tallahassee.
Wow, okay, it's
Did any
serious.
trees fall?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yes. They closed schools down and closed the government down in North Florida for this storm.
So since you live in more of a hurricane associated area, do you have like a hurricane bunker or a place to go? The bathtub? Is it the same
We
as
have
tornado?
a hurricane plan. What we normally do is like when hurricane season's about to start, we stock up on a bunch of stuff for hurricane season in case a hurricane comes through. About November, when hurricane season is ending, we're going through it and just eating out of the shit, preparing for next hurricane season. So
it's over?
Yeah, hurricane season is over for now. It starts back again in June.
Do y'all have a generator?
We do not.
Could you go to the hotel do you still work at that hotel that you could go to?
That's my plan.
Okay, cool. I'm glad
That's one of the great things about about working in a hotel. If you do have a hurricane, I could be like, hey, y'all know I can't get here because of the hurricane. I need a room and like, so in case power ever goes out of that house, we have a backup plan.
Okay, I'm really glad you have a plan. That sounds good. I feel like Addison could honestly get like a 6'1", 6'2" floor D score.
Who?
Addison Theta.
Floor?
Yeah, you were talking about how I think it's more likely that she'll have a competitive floor routine than bars.
Yeah, it's just floor. They don't need another floor worker. They really don't need another bar worker, really. I mean, yes. And I guess we're going to talk about that because we're always going to talk about that until they actually pick an Olympic team. How can people make the Olympic team? And I guess Addison Feta, it's your turn because that chung came out of nowhere. Like, I know you was working on a chung. I know you were doing a chung to a pit. I just never thought you were actually going to try to compete a chung.
Well, she hasn't said that explicitly. Has she?
But her chung, I think her chung looked decent enough to compete.
Oh, definitely. I didn't mean to imply that it didn't look like good. So how can you build the team if we assume that Sky Blakely is on the team with like a 6'6" beam and a chung? How do you build the team around her?
I don't think that's even good enough to make the team for her, if I'm just being honest.
Oh my God, really? What does she need? A strong bars routine also?
Guy Blakely needs to prove that she is one of the all-around girls behind Simone, just not an event specialist. Because in my mind, between Gabby, Suni, Jordan, and Jade, those are your event specialists.
Wait, that you're taking to the Olympics or just the ones that are the most competitive?
The ones that are most competitive for those events that are needed.
Can you spell that out for me now? Which events are you taking them, or would they be for?
Gabby and Suni is basically the same gymnast. I'm so sorry, everybody. I just don't see them both making the Olympic team together because their strengths are the exact same. So either one of them are going to be the all-arounder,
You really
and the
think
other one is going to be the event specialist, or only one of them makes the team. And Shilese or Sky is the other all-arounder behind Simone, which is what Sky's biggest issue is.
going back a few comments that you made, you really think that Gabby's strength is beam?
How can I put this without being offensive to my favorite gyms of all time? It's her second best event right now.
Oh, see, I hands down would say vault is her second best.
Not for Team USA. I think her I could be wrong. Like, we haven't seen her compete, so I'm just jumping into this with a healthy optimism that I think her maximum vaulting potential is her Yurchenko double twist. That isn't good enough. I mean, it's good enough if she's the second best all-arounder behind Simone, but
isn't that a different thing? Being good enough to make a team versus what your strength actually is? Or are you saying that's your strength for Team USA in a team final?
correct. The latter. I'm saying the latter. And I'm also saying that The dream team, in my opinion, from the January, what is this, the 10th?
No,
January 9th. Can y'all believe we are already 9 days into January of 2024 already?
not at all. The last 5 days went by really fast. The first couple went slowly for me.
But,
Who's your dream team?
I think the dream team is Simone, Gabby Sooney, Charlize, Jordan Child. I think that's the most marketable team. With
I think the team is some
Go ahead.
I missed one of the names. It was Suni.
Gabby Soon,
Charlize. Charlize, Simone,
Jordan Child.
Suni, Gabby, and Jordan Childs? Or not Gabby?
the most
Yes.
marketable team.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey, Ezra.
We can hear you, but there's an echo.
Yeah. Can you turn the playback down?
Missed one of the names. Can you hear us?
I'm for this.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. I think Ezra is trying to get on everybody. I just think he's having issues with his connection right now. Same issues, storm, stuff like that. So we're just waiting because he's our NCAA specialist. So we're just waiting for his technical issues to get addressed, and then we're going to bring him back.
By the way, I got on in such a rush, but I forgot to mention how nice you look tonight.
Oh, thank you. I think the dream team, for the most marketable. I'm not saying this is the strongest team. I'm not saying this is the highest scoring team. I'm just saying this is the team with the biggest names in gymnastics right now.
Oh, is it the one that like Inside Gymnastics did, or Gymnastics Now, or something?
Even with that, I don't agree because I think Charlize is a bigger name in gymnastics than Jade Carey is now.
Oh, right.
Now,
Charlize wasn't on it.
no, she was on their second list. It's Simone, it's Gabby and Suni, it's Charlize and Jordan Childs. Those are the 5 biggest names in USA Gymnastics. I'm not saying this is the strongest team. I'm not saying this is the highest scoring team, but this team will work. It works because Simone has to do the all around. Between Suni and Gabby, one of them has to be the second best all arounder behind Simone. Then Jordan just does vault and floor.
Ooh, not even mentioning Charlize in the all around.
Charlize is doing the all around too.
Oh, maybe I misheard you. Sorry.
So it would be Simone, Charlize. Oh, it's Nisha getting on. Hold on.
Hi.
Hey, Nisha. So much technical difficulties, but we're going to work this out, you guys. We're going to work this out. Just keep trying to get on, and we'll figure it out. But I know most of y'all want to get to the NCAA, so we're going to get there in a second. We're going to get there into a second.
So basically, Suni or Gabby is the third all-arounder in qualifying?
Yeah, whichever one, whoever's looking better, the healthiest, can do the harder vaults, can, has the better floor. Hey, Nisha.
Hey, guys. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Also, we're going to get into some NCAA chat in a second. We're waiting on Ezra to get back on because he's our NCAA specialist. I know Nisha wanted to talk about her LSU Tigers because that was some shenanigans over there.
Don't start, Makayla. Don't
I'm
start.
not gonna start. I'm not gonna start. But it was some shenanigans. You know it was some shenanigans.
Hey, we got our just do on beam. So hey, it evened out. It evened out. That's all I can say.
But before I want to get into that, just give me 1 second to talk about this. So Mary Lou Retton did her interview with the Today Show. I'm not finished. Talk too much crap about her and her particular illness because nobody expects that from life. It's very hard for me to feel sympathy for Mary Lou Retton when I know she's a millionaire. She can sit up there and act like they don't have no money, but look at the house that y'all was living in, girl. Like if you really needed to pay your medical bills, sell your house. Part 2 is what happened to all of the damn GoFundMe money? Y'all rose like $300,000.
400 and something.
Even if she
And
didn't have insurance, you're telling me Mary Lou Retton didn't have enough money to cover her medical bills? Even if she passed away, you telling me she didn't leave y'all enough money to cover everything? Or is it the one new piece of information that I gathered that I didn't know is she was going through a divorce at the time? So maybe her husband came and snatched all her money up, and that's what they're not saying.
Are we allowed to talk about what Gymnastics said about it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it was in the video from last night or their one from December, but they mentioned it and they were giving her so much grace. They did not say one half critical thing. They said basically like who's going to like a medical situation, a diagnosis, not be like looked at with under a critical lens and should be giving grace and no matter what the circumstances are. And I just thought it was so I was disappointed that they didn't take the opportunity to say what you're beginning to say. Also just dumbfounded that they didn't say anything about how she refuses to answer basic questions about the whole situation. And how that's such
like they keep calling it this serious form of pneumonia. Lady, was it COVID? Did you catch COVID after being an anti-masker? Was that the issue? Do y'all family don't want to bring it up because they know if you say that you had COVID after telling people don't wear masks because you're a Republican, then everybody's gonna look at y'all crazy. Did you have COVID? Is that the issue, Mary Lou Retton? Part B. Nobody is saying they wanted Mary Lou Retton to pass away. I don't think nobody is going to explain that point. But it is very hard to look at her with sympathy when she was so vicious to the damn SA survivors and protecting of USA Gymnastics and making sure lawsuit monies wasn't being paid out. It's just hard.
She said, when COVID hit and my divorce and all my pre-existing, I've had over 30 operations for orthopedic stuff. I couldn't afford it. She couldn't afford to keep being on her insurance. Sorry.
Well,
it makes absolutely no sense to me if I haven't already made
either that you couldn't afford it or in your divorce settlement that if you had health insurance, you would have had to pay for your husband's health insurance too. So you chose not to get health insurance just to be spiteful so you won't have to pay for his also.
It just stinks of greed.
and I'm not trying to, because I do believe there was one point in time where the world thought she was, her family, the world thought she was gonna, RIP. And I think out of that grief, they went to started doing just things, right? Like the GoFundMe and interviews and stuff like that, right? And all of that is reasonable and fine in a perfect world. It's just that when her health got better, explanations, like, it's not, it's just not right. It's just something in the milk isn't clean, and it's not right for people to make other people seem like they're vicious or evil for questioning something that is right before their eyes. Or am I confused? Or am I like,
Are we cold-hearted?
that's what I'm saying. It's like, hey, first of all, you are a starch Republican. Secondly, you believe in all that Republican, no mask, no social distance. You believe, so if you caught COVID,
She also believes in like no insurance, right? Hasn't she spoken out against
yeah, like,
insurance?
not
Health
necessarily
insurance?
spoken out about against private insurance. She doesn't believe in universal health care.
Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you.
So it's
Which would
just,
have saved her life, and she would have paid for it. Oh, what do you think about the detail about how people with pre-existing medical conditions after Obama are covered?
yeah, that was one of the whole points of Obamacare, that the Republicans just don't, they choose to overlook when speaking on this issue. It wasn't just about getting people free insurance. It was about the way their insurance companies ran their businesses and how for any little thing they could deny you of insurance.
Right.
So once again, it's just hard. It's just, you know, it would have been real easy. I would have felt a lot better about this whole thing if after Mary Lou got better, if they would have just refunded all of the donations.
Would you have been mad if they had, like, where do her kids go? Like, sent it all to that program?
LSU. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know that other people would have been mad.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a good look, in my personal opinion.
Okay. Did you read Erza's comment?
Oh, I'm so sorry. No.
That's how it starts.
I'm so sorry, Makayla. I don't think I will be able to join. Y'all, my Wi-Fi is horrible and it doesn't work good on my phone. Hopefully we can reschedule when I can come on. Okay, cool. No problem. I understand. If Nisha wants to get back on, we could talk about LSU. I guess we could talk about the things that I actually know about from this Super Sweet 16 thing. It was a lot of gymnastics, you guys. And
Did you watch
one thing about the very first week of NCAA gymnastics that I always have a hard time being interested in, because the competition hasn't started yet. It's like it almost doesn't matter what happens. Like,
What do you mean by that? Are they not counting this for NQS or whatever?
they can, but if they got a better score, they could count a different meet later on. Like, it's not like they have to count this meet.
Do you
Or
know
they,
the number that they have to count for NQS? 5 or 6?
I think they said it was 6. I think it was 3 home and 3 away.
Okay. And probably only like who placed third? It was like Denver or Missouri got a 171. Is that the number? Gosh, what are the numbers? 177. I meant 177.15. They'll probably keep that score.
Probably because a 177 is a pretty decent score for the NCAA.
Yeah, it was the third best so far.
Johnny asked, did Connor do floor? I don't think so.
I think she did bars and beam.
I don't even remember seeing Connor doing beam, but
she fell on her layout.
Yeah, she fell on beam. I will say this.
Nice bars.
I will say this about Connor. I think everybody can hang it up for Connor trying for the Olympic Games. It's just, I mean, she might. I can't tell y'all what that lady is gonna do. It's just when people go to college and they water down that much, it's hard to just start.
You're supposed to do her elite routines and get hammered on execution.
I mean, that is Jay Carey's strategy. Ezra, you're back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I think Nisha's back too. Nisha's back. Nisha, Ezra, everybody.
Sorry, guys. I was tending to my kid. Sorry.
It's okay. So, Nisha, while I have you here, girl, what's up with your LSU Tigers, girl? Like, what was going on in rotation 3 where, like, and be honest, friend, be honest. You can't tell me unless you won that meet, girl. You cannot tell me unless you won that meet.
What do you mean Makayla win the meet? The numbers say.
Just because the numbers said it and the judges gave them those scores, that doesn't mean those scores was deserved.
Okay, so Aaliyah's floor was not a 9-9.
It clearly was not.
I mean,
was Ohio
I
State
her credit because the artistry, that's like the best floor routine in the NCAA. Hands down, the best choreography, in my opinion.
Over Shea Cabell?
Yes, I don't care for LA. I mean UCLA floor. Sorry. Brooklyn is that old played out Pain of a Nation. I mean, UCLA, they all look the same. Chase, Nias, they all look the same to me. I'm sorry. Like they all look the same.
Tell us how you feel.
I prefer Leah's overall though. Sorry. Like it doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. Doesn't mean that they're not good. Just that I don't, it's no artistry. They're just basically dancing.
What's going on with homegirl Connor McClain? When is she gonna take this damn handspring layout out this being routine?
Connor nails that pass more than she falls on it, so I'm not worried about it. I have faith in Connor.
Do you think Ohio was underscored?
Yeah, I do.
Is Ohio the school that
Ohio State?
Is Ohio State the school that Khalees is going to go to when she goes to NCAA?
Khalees is committed to Clemson.
Clemson, okay. For whatever reason, I get them two schools confused. For whatever reason.
Ohio State needs like one more girl, I think, and they could like seriously contend like the top 4, top 8.
Oh wow, okay.
They do. Ohio State's really good. Just have to like clean up their form, probably get some more 10-0 vaults. They impressed me, honestly. They really did.
How do you feel about all of the new people to join LSU? How do you feel like they're contributing to the team so far?
Yeah. Congrats on the freshman of the week.
Yeah, Amari. I knew her and Chase are going to be like the two that I said were going to be like superstars this year. Of course, Chase didn't compete the first week. I'm not sure why, but her vault and floor are really good. Like she's grown a lot. She's been at LSU. I just feel that we may have a coaching problem as far as those lineup choices. Some were very questionable.
Do you think it's an issue where they actually have too many girls?
I think he likes to ride the same ones a little too much. I guess the first meet of the season, why have Kaya do all around? It's the first meet of the season.
Agreed.
Why was Haley doing all around first meet? Why was Aaliyah doing 3 events? Like, you can throw away, you don't need 6 scores out of how many meets you compete. So you could have threw this meet away. Like, it was like a dire score you had to get. It's just my opinion. Like, those girls need to be doing 4 events. Sorry, they don't.
What did you think about Jay Clark's reaction when Connor fell on the beam?
I can tell he's disappointed. We all work. We have some. I mean, Connor's good. Like, she nails that skill on more times she falls on it. So I think they should keep it in. Don't take it out. Keep it in. I mean, it's worth the risk. Now that number 2 spot is what's going to be a little questionable because they haven't been solid since Maya Hembrick, Bridget Dean. So number 2 spot.
So it's appropriate for him to express his disappointment like that?
I mean, I don't think he realized the moment that's what he did. I didn't really care for it, but it's Jay.
How do you feel like the injury of Alana Shinikova?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one hurt. I think it's gonna hurt us more on floor involved than anything. Of course, her bars, the dismount, had issues. And then I think Connor replaced her in beam. I think he just vault and floor. We counted her 4 score.
You guys have
a lot last year.
You guys have a lot of bar workers at LSU this year.
Yeah, but all of them don't have the form that OU put on the clinic. You could see the difference in form compared to OU. Like, you could see, they're in 2 different meets. You could see how much more polished those girls are compared to LSU's girls on bars.
I mean, OU is OU though. They're in a different.
Who is LSU's best bar worker in your opinion, Nisha?
I would say Haley Bryant right now. Savannah is really good too if she stick that dismount. But I would say Haley. She's an anchor spot for a reason. She's the most consistent too.
And Haley doing basically the exact same bar routine?
Yeah, almost. But Haley does the straddle. What do you call it?
Jaeger. Do you think her Jaeger is high enough? It
Depends
seems a
on the
little
day.
flat.
Depends on the day.
Did you find out about Alonia's injury at the meet or before prior?
Well, I heard Wednesday that there was going to be 2 people out, and one of them was serious, but we didn't know exactly who. Then I saw the broadcast. Well, I seen it when a lot of us came out, and I was like, Long as I was like, was it Alana who? So I was like, yeah. And I saw her on the scooter. I was like, oh yeah. But still don't know what's up with Chase Brock. Not sure what's going on with that one. No, she's not injured. I don't think so.
Do you feel like Leslie Jeffrey has a solid spot in that bars lineup for the rest of the year?
I like her to lead off. I really do. I like Kaya being moved down.
She has nice form.
She does. She really has nice form, yeah.
I mean, she was a gauge gymnast. She better have nice form. That's all good for.
If she can just withstand that dismount, absorb the landing, she'll be fine. That's her biggest thing.
Is there another event that Alexis could contribute to the team on?
I would say beam. I mean, she's pretty good on beam. I mean, she's good 9.875, 9.9 on a good day.
Does she train vault and floor? Do you know?
I know she still trains. I think she takes both of them. Yeah, she don't have the full on vault in her floor. She did 4 at 1-on-1. It's not the best. I mean, it wouldn't make the lineup. I mean, it was a good backup routine if you need one, but it's better floor workers on the team than her.
Was 101 their first meet of the season this year?
Exhibition, yeah. The inter squad, yeah, in December.
Okay. Who else is on the team that I want to talk about?
KJ Johnson. Who broke her foot?
She broke. You talking about at nationals or when they were celebrating? She stepped down wrong or something last year.
Kathy Johnson said that someone stepped on her foot while they were celebrating.
I thought she stepped down wrong off something. That's what I thought. I can't really remember.
What event are you worried about for LSU? Because, in all honesty, I think LSU is going to struggle
Bean.
this year. Yeah,
Now,
I'm also
Bean
kind
has.
of their vaults are kind of iffy too. Like they have a vault lineup, but if any one girl gets injured, they don't have a lot of 10.0 vaults to replace the ones that they have.
Well, we can get Jillian going. You still got Chase's 1.5.
But for all we know, the girls are just saving their 10s for later in the season.
Yeah.
Ezra, are you there, friend?
Because if KJ can actually, if she can stick that ball, that's going 9-9. Like,
You don't think there's any chance she'll upgrade it at the end of the season?
I don't see a reason to. Like Sarah Finnegan, she can go 9-9 that vault. I don't see a reason to.
But did Sarah Finnegan ever win did she ever place in the all-around? Not
she was
a
top.
direct comparison. She was top national?
You
she was
can't
like
do a
top
national
5, right?
anymore without doing a 10.0 vault, in my opinion.
Hey, Molly O'Keefe did last year.
Oh.
All around.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow. Such a nobody gymnast, I forgot.
I don't care for her either, but hey, she did, so I gotta give it to her.
Come for me, Molly. I'm not your teammates, girl. I'm gonna read you for filth. She just pisses me off. Like I used to really like her a lot. Until
I did too in Elite. Well, she got to Utah.
She started doing this whole I'm Miss the Queen of Utah Gymnastics. Like, girl, just because your elite career didn't work out for you, girl, you ain't got to be a mean girl gymnastics bully. Like, calm down.
She really gets such a mean girl vibe off.
Yeah.
And that damn sure wasn't a 10. Your name should not be in the books of trying to chase the 10.0 records because half of your 10s are not deserving.
I haven't watched her one from Friday yet or Saturday. I haven't watched it yet.
It was just a very basic team with a very basic aerial series and a stuck dismount, and they gave her a 10.
That's basic, doing an aerial layout step up.
Did you guys see Lily Smith's bars for Georgia? Did you see their routine?
What?
Robbed.
That was the biggest part of her routine.
Yeah. Dexter and Jay Carey both got 9.975. I don't know how.
Shay Campbell basically. Okay, let's talk about it. Ezra, I know you want to get on and talk about this, Fred. Let's talk about it because we finna do this. UCLA girl, UCLA. I'm not gonna do this with y'all again. If y'all do this to me again, I'm jumping off the bandwagon. I am. I'm just gonna be a full Florida fan by themselves. I can't do this with y'all every year. Every year. And it's like, do y'all purposely not know how to pick a lineup? Do y'all not understand under the 10.0 system scores build? So you shouldn't put your best gymnasts first? Why is y'all trying to make Shay Campbell do beam routines? I just don't understand what's going on with UCLA.
Who should be their all-arounder?
Selena.
But she's already doing it. So the second one, I guess. Or are you saying that they don't need an all-arounder at this point in the season, Makayla?
They do need an all-arounder. It's just not Shay Campbell. Oh my God, I can't believe
I feel they put everything into floor. It's like the heck would be. Like we'll get through it. We'll get 9.95s on floor. Into heck would be. So I feel
they
sometimes.
can't be getting 9 points. They can't get like scores of 9.95s on floor and then get to beam and it's counting like 2 9.6s, a 9.7, a 9.8, and a 9.95. Like that's the fuck y'all finna do with that? Like,
But I think Sienna is a much better beamer than what she showed last year and the other day. I think she's much better than that. Sienna just has to like settle in. She's actually a really good beamer.
Who's that? Sam?
Sienna Lipio. Sienna.
Oh yeah, she is.
Oh yeah, the one who she trained with Suni.
Yes, Midwest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She has to settle in. I think she'll be fine.
Do you feel like you could pick a gymnast on each event, including the all-around from LSU, that you, if you could, it was your dream, they would be the national champion this year?
Me?
Yes, sorry, you, Nisha.
Okay. Vault, of course, Haley or Mari or Kaya. Bars, I would say Savannah. Bean, Connor, or Aaliyah. And floor, I would say Kaya. All around Haley or Kaya.
Did you think that Kaya was limping after her beam routine, or was that just speculation?
She did. She her J, she cramped up in her legs, like when the beam started her routine. She just got cramped up and did the whole routine with cramps in her legs. So.
Oh wow, I couldn't tell. Impressive.
Do you guys think beam has become a leg event? I think it has. Because some of those flips to those front tosses, that beam is looking rough sometimes for everybody, like across the board.
Yeah.
Like beam is a leg event.
It's easier than a punch front, but that setup on that front leg takes a lot for a lot of people. Michigan, the Wolverines, they also sucked.
Hold on, Makayla, hold on. Have y'all watched that documentary on YouTube? The first episodes?
Which one?
Michigan made.
No.
It's really good. You guys should watch it. They're on YouTube. It's really good.
Who do you like on their team? Is that why you're watching it?
Well, I don't really care for Michigan, but I like documentaries, gymnastics as a whole, so I watched it.
Oh, okay, then I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Michigan is like that team that has great floor exercise, great vaulters.
Good bars.
Not so much.
At least a couple good bar teams. I don't know about 6.
Michigan reminds me of the Italians. They had one good season, and everybody expected them to repeat it, and it just never works out for them the same way.
Which was their Italians' good season, when they were world bronze medalists or European champions?
World bronze medalists.
I think in 2022 they were coming. They had European champion also.
Exactly, and then all of their gymnasts got hurt, same as Michigan, and all those dreams went away.
Well, Michigan has a Natalie Volchek absence problem because she graduated, so that's part of their problem.
And hell, after this year, like they're going to lose like basically their whole team.
I really like Michigan State actually this season. Do you pay attention to them?
No, not yet. And I know Ezra wanted to talk about this. They have a young lady who does a pipe front half that he feels like is better than your friend Haley Bryant.
Oh, is it the one who got the 10?
Sage, yeah.
That was a beautiful ball.
Hey,
I also really. Sorry.
Could you find it on? I think it's on Twitter.
The front pike half.
Yeah, and share it with us.
Yes.
That ball was a 10.
Ezra feels like that vault is better than Haley's because she's actually doing a pipe front half, where Haley is doing a layout front half.
Well, which one is harder? Layout's harder, right?
It is harder, but that's not the vault that she's naming. She's calling it a pike for a half. So, I mean, I feel like she could do a real pike for a half. She just don't. I don't know.
I actually was looking at this whenever I saw that vault being thrown, because we had the conversation prior to the meets, or a lot of the meets, and I definitely noticed other gymnasts who I didn't know and don't remember their names, didn't make a note to, sorry, who were doing similar technique to Haley Bryant. Maybe less amplitude and less dynamics, but definitely laying it out and not getting a deep pike.
But for whatever reason,
Ready?
Hey, all right, so Haley already has a vault champion 2021 national title.
Did that look perfect to you?
it kind of did. I mean,
To me, she kind of bounces in place. It looks better in slow-mo, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked much better in slow motion. It did.
do y'all feel like Shay Campbell should have got a perfect score for her vault? Because Shay definitely does that bouncing in place thing.
Yeah, no, in real time, I didn't think so. I thought she bounced. A gymnast I really like from just while we were, since I just mentioned Michigan State, is Nikki Smith.
Nikki Smith.
She's awesome.
Oh, let's talk about these two teams, because I feel like these two teams are kind of being like Romania and it's making a comeback. Alabama looked good.
I'm so excited for them. I'm actually rooting for them.
Alabama looks like they could make nationals this year.
And you know they have their new star, right? Isn't Jamison Sears on Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna do huge things for them.
Georgia looks kind of good too for the first time in a long, long time.
Agreed.
I don't think this is just going to be a season of them flopping around like they've usually been. I think they could keep up there with like the Kentuckys and the Auburns and that group of between 8th and 12th.
Oh, I definitely think they're gonna beat Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn, I'm so sorry, friends. Y'all don't look that good this season.
I mean, but no one's surprised though. They lost their stars.
And their other stars won't be there for a couple of more years. So
yeah, it's a rebuilding period, I guess.
Hey, at least SUNY went there and got people to want to come to that school.
Right, no one can say shit to her about that.
I'm like, the whole weekend, I'm like, where's Florida? Why Florida isn't there at the Super 16? What's going on with Florida? Why isn't number one Jim Fan posting the Florida meet? Just to find out Florida first week was on a bye. The first week. Who does that?
Wait, explain what that means.
Florida often does that, Makayla. I think they did that last year too. They want to buy the first week, I think, or maybe the year before.
I'm like,
what does that mean?
Oh, in the NCAA, every team gets 1 week where they don't compete, and this was Florida's their first week of the season. was their bye week. It was
Why is
so.
that? How could that be a smart decision for them?
I don't think it's their choice.
Oh, I thought you get to choose it. Sorry.
It's the way they make up the schedules.
They should have done it by seeding. Like OU and Florida both get the first week off. Because it's probably an advantage to have a week off later in the season, right? To rest your body.
Yeah, most definitely. It's gonna because like they have every other team somewhere throughout the season when all of their gymnasts are hurt, they're gonna have a whole week to not compete. Whereas Florida is gonna have to literally compete until nationals, basically. Nisha or Oscar, was there any surprise teams? Any teams that look way better than you thought they were gonna look?
Missouri did. Missouri did really good. I hadn't rewatched that meet yet, but heard nothing but good things from that meet.
There was a team I was surprised that they scored so well. And that would be Cal.
Cal is a pretty good team. They're steadily on a rise. They're one of the teams that I really enjoy their gymnastics. They really remind me of the Japanese team for whatever reason. And
You like their floor routines? Like those are entertaining to you?
They get the job done.
Right. But it's not on the same level of showmanship.
Hey, everybody is humble. So
I like Cal on bars. They don't have weakness on bars.
I really like Cal on bars.
I love their bars.
So you thought they deserved all their scores they got?
They got
Cal, I'm fine with it because I'm fine with them getting 9.95s. Honestly.
I like Stanford too. They're just
you watched them?
Not really, but I like them when I do see them. There's only really like 4 teams that I actively watch in NCAA gymnastics. That is Florida, LSU, Utah, and UCLA. OU. I actively watch OU because OU's, y'all can hate them all y'all want to. Their gymnastics is beautiful as a team. How do y'all feel about this? Because I really noticed it a lot this year in the NCAA, like even more than I've ever noticed it, where it's like certain schools really recruit based on the race of their gymnasts. Like, no offense to Cal, but Cal is really like the Asian American school where like all of the Asian Americans go, right?
But this is just speculation, right? You said that they do recruit based off of race.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that's the only criteria because they have Marzetta Frazier. I mean, not Marzetta Frazier. MJ Frazier at Cal. So clearly they recruit beyond race, but it just feels like all of the black girls go to LSU. Most, not all, because a lot of them go to Florida too. Between LSU and Florida and UCLA, that's has the market share of most of the black girls. The white girls go everywhere, clearly, because So it's just weird. Like, I wish it was more diversity. With what I'm trying to say is, I wish the schools would recruit more diversity because, like, Cal could have. Never mind, because what I'm going to say is going to sound racist, so I'm going to shut up.
But look at the map. Isn't Asia kind of close to California? Like the next closest, if I'm thinking correctly, on the map?
Yes, they are on the same ocean.
Okay, well, that's probably why. You're close.
But I'm just guessing that there are just as many Asian American gymnasts at Florida right now as there are at Cal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I'm going to say something that's really horrible. Other than Morgan Hurd, oh, Leanne.
Victoria, Kayla DiCello,
Victoria's Asian American?
Ellie, I'm pretty sure, yes. Ellie Lazari?
Ugh. Certain schools recruit, like, I would say Florida is a very diverse school. So is UCLA, but
Well, I would just imagine that people see schools or programs with gymnasts that look like them that would incentivize them to want to see if that's like a environment that will be more inclusive.
Nisha, if you could answer this, what is a good score for a team? Like, what is the score that most teams are trying to achieve? Is that would be like a 177?
Like a mid 197. But you're gonna do like a 198 plus.
Okay. So the girls are trying to get a 197, 198. Okay. That helps.
I'm surprised you didn't know that because I would have said the same thing. Maybe like most of the schools would be lucky to get a 197.
Yeah, because there was a lot of schools that were scoring like a 195 and a 196 at
Right.
my super. Secondly, NCAA gymnastics. It was already hard enough saying the My Sweet 16, whatever the hell it was called. But to call it the Mean Girls My Super Sweet 16, it was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah, might as well have to just call it the Mean Girls Cup. Like,
Can we start calling it NC2A?
NC2A. That was.
Are there some questions in the comments if you feel like answering those?
Oh, yes, there are. I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying the comments. No, a question. So sorry, comment section. Shay is not an all-arounder. Hey, Brian ain't winning the damn. Oh. You get a 200. Oh, yeah. If everybody got a perfect 10, I guess your high score you could get is a 200. The popcorn comment. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Also, can you explain how NQS works? We kind of have, but if you wanted to address that.
NQS is your national qualifying score. You take your top, Nisha, correct me if I'm wrong, your top 6 scores, 3 home and 3 away. You divide that up, and that's how they do their final rankings towards the end of the season. And it puts you in whatever region you are going to go to the regionals, which is basically the NCAA gymnastics playoffs.
Yeah, it's the top 6 scores. The first 3 you keep have to be away scores. The next 3 can be home or away, and you drop the highest and average the remaining 5. So you got to keep at least 3 away scores. The next 3 can be home or away.
It looks like the highest score
It's
by
dropped.
a team recorded was 198.875 by UCLA and Stanford, both in the same year, 2004. In the same week, in fact, February of 2004.
Wow.
I wasn't following then. I really just started like watching Elite then. I was young.
How do you feel about the popcorn comment, Nisha?
I thought that was weird. How come you can't? You can eat popcorn as an athlete. Like it's not unhealthy unless you just douse it with like chocolate and butter and a lot of cheese. But yeah, I thought that whole dynamic was kind of funny, but like weird altogether.
It was just very weird, and it's just like it. Like I know a lot of people is like she needs to shut up. No, these older gymnastics heads, they need to keep talking so people can understand the levels of insanity that goes on in the gymnastics coach's brain. Because
I so agree. I so agree. Thank you for saying that.
because if she said that like very openly, very boldly. So if she feels that way about popcorn, imagine what she feels that way about other food items.
And in private, what she says in private when she's not on camera.
Imagine the diet restrictions some of them girls was on. If she feels this way about popcorn. That kind of reminds me of that one time, I don't know who it was. I think it was Makayla Skinner telling how one time she wanted apple or something and Marta told her no because it had too much sugar in it, and she was like, "Bitch, it's an apple."
I've never heard that.
Is it her alley or somebody said that they wanted something and Marta was like, no.
And they was like, "But it's an apple," or it was a piece of fruit. I know it was definitely a piece of fruit. And it was like, "But bitch,
Belgian waffle."
no." See, now that I can understand. Again, a Belgian waffle, that sugar and like, you know,
But what
that's
about
a treat.
after she won all the world medals? World is done.
Yeah,
The season is over.
Now that's ridiculous trying to control her diet then, but I'm just saying, like, if you're like, okay, during the Olympics, if you could not eat a Belgian waffle, still, don't tell her what not to eat. But still, like, I can understand that request. A fucking apple, popcorn, like.
But I think you're right. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, it's still inappropriate and it still encourages disordered eating.
Correct. Even
normalizes
if they're eating ice cream, like if they're treating themselves and having ice cream after they won a gold medal, they're literally going to go to the gym and work those calories out. Like there is no. What video did Suni just post? Hi Twitch, how are you guys doing? Thank you for joining us over here. The Twitch name is going to be eventually the Gymnastics for Everyone network. So I just haven't did it yet.
I think we all saw the video of her training that new mount sequence, which was a layout, step out, 2 back handsprings.
Did she train something else that we need to know?
I haven't seen anything, but it's possible she posted while we were online.
It's very possible. The girls are posting. Hey Nisha, I know you. How do you feel about?
She did. Another training video from Suni. This time a 1.5 pirouette on bars. Not that again.
Yeah,
you want to watch it?
Did she train
sure.
She did do that in 2019.
Yes, she did, which was not one of her better decisions of skill choices.
Hey, she still won a bronze medal on bar.
Oh, and Oscar, you know how we was talking about the 1.5 pirouette? How when you do it, the reverse way is called the DAWs, and the other way is called the God damn it. The girl who won the Olympics in '92. She has it named after her. The Korean girl.
No, she won Worlds in '91. North Korean Kim Kwang-suk.
There we go.
But you're not talking about the 92 champion who was like Luli? Is it Luli? Or Lily? No, Luli.
We will have to rewatch it. I don't remember who did it. But I know one of them did a 1.5 through to a front Jaeger through to I think
Oh yeah, that was Kim Kwang-suk.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that she had both. So is she doing the Kim here?
Yeah, so that 1.5 turn to a forward giant is named after her. The
Yeah, it's
1.5
kinda-
turn reversing directions is named after Dominique Dawes.
I don't really understand how it would work. Like, how do you not end up? Oh, you just fall down the other side of the bar. Okay. I wonder why she posted that. Does she feel
Is it
threatened
realistic?
by
It's kind of
Sky's
late.
tongue?
I think Suni understands that it's between her and Gabby for this bar specialist. So if Gabby's if Gabby's to post a D turn, bitch, I'm finna post a D turn too. That's how I see it.
I can't believe that's only a D.
I know. It's so much. I can't believe there's a damn cap on turning skills on bars. Like, there could be so many other pirouetting skills if they were valued worth it, but they're just not. Like,
Does
even
anyone do a toe 1.5? Is that named after someone?
I think so, but even for all of that, it's only worth the E. So, I
But
mean,
that's how I feel about like the Ling. The Ling is only all that for an E.
I know. I feel the same way about an auto turn. All of that for an E?
The Ono is from L grip to regular reverse, right?
Yeah, it's like Beth Twiddle.
Do you see how you taught me how long it took? What you did?
Becky
That's
Downey said in her series she wanted to be GB's first Olympic champion on bars.
I know, that was iconic. She said it with conviction.
That's a really good series too. I watched that the other day too. It's really good.
I liked it too. Don't ask Makayla what she thought.
I just wonder how long Becky Downey is going to try to stick around holding on to that dream. When
What are you talking about? She sees both of the Gadarovas are out.
I mean, yeah, that helps her
Now
a
is
lot.
her time.
Well, I mean, yeah, but even if she makes the Olympic Games, it's not like she's going to win the Olympic title on the Olympic bars.
No, she's gonna win the silver and the bronze and the all around. And the silver with the team, and the bronze and she'll make the beam final, but she won't medal. Trust.
Without both of the Gadarovas, the GB is going to be in like 7th or 8th place.
No, it's gonna be Becky Downey, Ruby Evans, Ondine, Alice, and Poppy Grace Stickler.
Hell, Claudia Fragaponi might as well come out of retirement too, girl. It's your time too.
Honestly, what if that happens though? Like a Marissa King?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, because Claudia Fragaponi never really. I mean, she retired, but she flirts around with staying in the gym too much. Like you could tell, she still really wants it. She just doesn't see a spot for herself.
I wonder what her personal goals are though. Because she's been to an Olympics.
Medal. Who do I think is going to win bars at the Olympic Games? Kalia Nemore.
Kalia?
Kalia Nemore.
Is
The
it going
little
to be
chubby, the little Asian girl who won bars at this world championship. I'm so sorry. I'm waiting on the Soviet gymnastics page to create a Rob Garda series about that bars because Kalia was robbed. She was robbed. There is no way that
TOTUN?
there's no way that bar routine beat Kalia anymore. There's just no way.
I could see it purely because of her body position on her transitions. She's making all the connections, but she's flinging her body. And she's not actually, like, there are deductions to take. It just might be so fast and back and forth that you can't see them in real time.
I feel you, but the trend that can you pronounce her name for me? Because I feel like I'm being racist. Just keep calling her the
Yeah.
bitch.
Right, she has a name. TOTUN. Tio.
Tio did not
Tio.
make. She did not even hit not one of her connections in that whole bar routine. I don't understand how that bar routine outscored Leah.
Lies. She hit her in-bar, folded her down.
Wow.
And didn't she hit 2 E pirouettes? Or no? I can't really remember.
I don't remember either.
I also have issues with Kaylia's dismount series. I think her in-bar full is late, and I think her double layout is not very pretty. But I don't think that TOTUN should have scored as high as she did. I think Kaylia's score was correct, and I think Tio's was just a little too high. But I also think that they should give a bigger deduction for being late on her. Was it her in-bar full? No, she did. That was a different issue for her qualifying the team and all around. Sorry, she fixed that for event funds. That doing the in-bar full and not connecting it, so like falling and having to do kip cast handstand. People were mad about that. Remember?
Yes, I was mad about that.
Okay.
About people, I think that should have been counted. First of all, I don't think she should have made event finals. I think that should have been counted as a fall.
Why?
Who? I don't think I've ever seen anybody stop a pirouetting skill to a dead hang and do a kip out of it. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that before.
So is the crux of the issue for you then the high bar? Because Madison Kosian like never connected her in-bar full to coma bar or whatever. She always fell out that stalled her full. Or in-bar full.
But I've never seen anybody on the high bar go in-bar full, stop, bail out of it, and kip back up to handstand. Like, if you did an in-bar full and did a giant swing to your net skill, I guess it feels better. But to stop, bail out of it, and kip back up, to me, should have been counted as a fall. To me.
But it's not her fault, right? It's the judge's fault.
Yes.
Because also, this reminds me of something Gymnastic was saying in their last episode. They were talking about her teammate, Zhang Qingying, who made the beam final, and how she was doing her back dive sideways on the beam to like hip support, and how they were judging that differently. They speculated. They took a full point off the first time she did it, and then a half a point the latter time. And how that was, they had a problem with them changing the way that a routine or a skill is judged in the middle of a competition. Do you agree? Just based off of what I said?
I do agree. I still can't believe they counted her first time as a fall because that wasn't a fall. But I also don't feel like I could tell the judges to keep making the same mistake.
I feel the same way. It's confusing to me, but I think there should definitely be, like a standard.
But if like the judges realize they made an error, they can't go back and fix the score. Am I to expect the judges to keep making the same error throughout the rest of the competition?
Why can't I feel like that's just as scandalous as them going back and changing the score?
I would rather the judges be like, you know what, we made an error. We called it a fall and it wasn't a fall, but there's nothing we can do about it. That's how we felt in the moment. But in future competitions, we're not going to call it a fall.
But now in this all-around and beam final, we're not going to call it a fall either?
Because if it's not a fall, I don't think oh gosh. Like, I don't think she should be penalized for doing something that she's not doing. If she's not actually falling, why are we taking a whole point off of her routine?
Well, I think that they were trying to argue they thought that she was falling onto the apparatus. And they just somehow they changed the idea.
Finals is I think they thought she was gonna do a hip circle out of it, like most people do. And because she didn't do the hip circle out of it, like most people do, they thought she fell. When they realized that, oh, she had no intentions of doing a hip circle out of it. That's just how she does it. I think they changed strategy. I think it's 1000% a judge's error, though.
Agreed, but you need to tell me who was the last gymnast who did a Yurchenko loop. With the Yurchenko loop is when you go around it like you were describing.
Yes. Oh, God.
Because I can think of lots of girls who did what she did. Not that.
I can think of... Okay, well, first of all, let me think of who ever did a back dive like that.
Just for example, there was a Chinese gymnast who did it just like she did it at the last World Championships. But she didn't have the error. Or maybe she did, for all I know. She might have actually at one point.
The last person who I can think of who did one of those back diving skills that was not a Chinese gymnast.
Teza.
And she did the Yurchenko loop out of it. Elodie Lusak. Oh gosh, what's the damn Canadian gymnast from the damn night?
Yvonne Tusek?
Yvonne Tusek did one, and she did a Yurchenko loop out of it.
Did Teza also do it, or just with the full twist?
I only ever remember seeing Teza do one with a full twist.
Me too, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did that first or trained it. Nisha, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you watch Elite? Are you interested in any of the things we're talking about?
I'm listening.
Thank you for listening.
I'm not a fan of Elite, honestly. I prefer NCAA.
To each their own. Everyone go like and subscribe Makayla's channel.
Oh my God, yes, we gained so many subscribers in the last quarter of the year of 2023. Like, thank you guys. We are solidly over 1,000 subscribers. Yeah.
I saw a big name struggling to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I was like, "Whoa, my friend Makayla has 1,000 subscribers, and this person doesn't." Work.
YouTube is hard. Like, YouTube is so weird, and like, I'm not even. The only reason I got 1,000 subscribers is because I don't do the show with addicts anymore. Like, it's just weird. Like, I don't know. And like, I love it so much though, like, cause I put in so much work in this damn YouTube channel. Like,
Oh, can I share this routine on Twitter? Someone is predicting.
sure. And yes, you guys, we are
This
definitely gonna continue to do I Know You're Flipping Lying over here, regardless of how people may feel or may not feel. Hell, Nisha, Oscar, we should do one right now. I have,
I'm so down.
I'm not a
We can do an
historian.
NCAA. We can do. Could you do NCAA?
I could do NCAA
No.
and I could do it LSU specific.
Because I only fought like one team for like a long time, so probably not.
I'm down to do LSU, but it would be such a stretch for me. So the routine is Nabieva into Ginger. Never seen that been done before. And then a giant 1.5 into Aliyah, which is a straddled Jaeger with a half turn, into an Ejova, into a Maloney or a Sites, into a Bahard wash.
This is what people are predicting for Sunni.
Yeah, it's a new 6.9 routine that I think I kind of like. I'm not saying it's realistic, but and then Van Leeuwen full twisting double tuck.
Oh, I thought this was a video to this. This is just what people are predicting. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Can you start it over so I could imagine the skills in my head?
Yeah, of course. So Nabieva to Ginger.
FD.
D. Giant 1.5 to Aliyah, which is the straddled Jaeger with a half turn.
DE.
Straight into, and Aliyah is I think it's proposed, they proposed that they're gonna lower it to a D next quad. So fucked up. Straight into the Ejova, which is a D. And then they were saying Maloney or a Sites if she wants to be spicy. And it's back down into a Bahard wash. And then Van Leeuwen full twisting double tuck.
That's a really hard routine. I'm not saying that I think it's impossible. That's a very smart routine construction. It's just a lot of gymnastics in that routine.
That wouldn't wear her out.
Definitely. Do you think that the Nabieva Ginger is is more unrealistic than the Ejova Sites Bahard wash?
I don't think we're gonna.
Oh, Johnny, there's an American bars champion, Julian McNamara.
Period. Period. And I'm proud to be an American of Julianne McNamara. Period. That was so I know you fucking lying out your ass, Oscar bitch, because I had forgot that. I think the only event an American, oh no, Simone. I think we won every gold medal on every event.
Yes, Simone, it was the last one to finish it with vault.
Yeah, because we never did vault, and Simone won vault. Julianne McNamara won the Olympics in 1984 on uneven bars.
Maybe they will be attended Olympics.
Yeah, we just have a bunch of silver medalists on bars. Hey, maybe this is the year that change. Between, we always keep talking about Sunni and Gabby, but I feel like we keep leaving Charlize's name out of that conversation, the bar workers. Maybe one of those three girls will get it done.
My money is on Charlize. I think Charlize can take it. If her
I
form is
would.
just, I love her form.
Me too. Imagine having Gabby win the gold on bars. Suni wins silver, and Charlize wins bronze. They sweep it. Nothing would make me happier.
But that can't happen
Only
because
two can
I know. I'm just saying, if they change the rule back, I would love that.
in event finals has always been only 2 people per country. It used to be an all-around finals that it used to be 3.
Oh, my bad. Thank you. Who on the U.S. national team has, or in the NCAA, for Nisha, has the best toe point?
That Georgia girl, Lily
Lily
Smith.
Smith. Yeah, Lily has a nice post.
Ooh, that's a great answer.
Connor's top point is pretty good on bars.
It is.
Connor has really good form. I wish she just had her whole career coaches that understood her. That seems to be like,
Yeah, every athlete deserves that.
like Connor has never had a coach that I truly felt like understood her gymnastics. Like they've always tried to turn her into somebody else instead of trying to develop her gymnastics to be the best of its abilities. In my opinion.
Oh, I just thought of something good. Should Connor's trousseau have been devalued? Because it was giving that hollow shape.
It's not as bad as Kalia's. Like Kalia is like her second somersault is almost piped over. Like
How do you define a pike shape? Because last show Ezra was talking about how on the front handspring pike half you need to show a tighter pike position, right? So where does the pike begin and where does it end in terms of degrees?
well, for me, for Kalia, is that she actually grabs her leg.
Did you know that the rule apparently in Elite is on the second flip when you're upside down? If you start piking before you're upside, like vertical upside down, that's when it gets devalued. You have to pike after your legs pass over your head.
That makes sense.
It makes total sense to me. I was surprised I hadn't heard it.
A lot of people don't do it that way.
I prefer like Jade Carey's trousseau, where that technique.
Which version? Because she has 2 different techniques she uses.
I like the full twist in the first flip.
You like it more like a Jordan Childs technique.
Oh yeah, not the one she did at the Olympics, Jade Carey's Olympics, where she does it on the second.
Well, I completely lost my train of thought, you guys. I feel like I feel like Clea's is on the same level as Melanie's, who was on the same level as Sky's, and all of them could have been devalued in my opinion.
Ooh, am I about to make a video for later? Okay.
I feel like an hour and a half is plenty of time for this show. I Oscar, is there anything else you want to add to the program before we end the show?
Let me just look at the stuff I sent you earlier. Oh, there was a new release on bars by a Russian gymnast. It's a ginger with a half turn. I couldn't recall if we had seen Suni train that already. Do you remember?
A pike ginger with a half turn?
It looked laid out to me. It's on my Twitter.
Okay.
And then the other thing was just, there was a Li Ya, who's one of my very favorite gymnasts of all time, a Chinese gymnast from the early 2000s. She's coaching this Taiwanese gymnast named Cho Mei, who looks very promising, very like a 6-something beam routine, lovely ring positions, but she's teaching her Liya dismount, which is the double Arabian piked off of bars. I'm very excited about that. And also Deepa Karmakar, the India's arguably best female gymnast who was at the Rio Olympics. She's national champion again after 8 years. So she's planning a comeback.
Oh, dope.
So I'd love to see her at a world stage again.
Mm-hmm. Johnny, I completely agree with you. Kalia does pike that skill throughout the entire skill. Like if the entire skill is piked over, it's very similar to Melanie, except but Kalia actually grabs her leg. That's why I think it should get the value. It's something else I wanted to say. Battle challenge. Like we just sat up here and talk about Suni and Gabby, but baby, Sky Blakely has a chong. Addison Faye the Cheese has a chong. Jordan Child said we're going to see a chong next year. We know Jocelyn and Jay Carey have chongs. It's going to be battle chong.
What do you think about Jordan bringing the Almanar back?
She needs it.
Oh, okay.
Because unlike my former co-host, if everybody's second vault is going to be a DTY, you're going to need something harder than a DTY. Almanar is harder than a DTY.
That it is.
Because none of them other girls are going to have Almanars as a second vault. They're going to have DTYs as second vault. So she needs it. Maybe Jade will have an Almanar back.
I could see Charlize having an Almanar, but not a second vault.
Charlize is going to have to do something harder on vault, though, for real. Like, I think if Charlize sticks with her DTY, that vault alone may put her in jeopardy of not making the team, especially if they just go 1 through 5 in an all-around for the team.
Unless they do some shit and like try to give her huge E scores for her DTY. You know what I mean?
They can, but it's only so much you're going to do when a girl is throwing a chong. Like, it's only so much a DTY is going to score versus a chong.
But wasn't Jocelyn's chong only like 2/10 more than Charlize's DTY?
Yeah, because I was about to say that's not true anymore because the chong is only worth a 5.6 and the DTY is only worth a 5. So that's not necessarily true.
I just fear somebody's gonna get injured doing that chong before they're ready. Like it's gonna take one of them out. That's just my fear.
I think you're right or smart for thinking that.
Who do you think is going to be the one that's going to take out first?
I don't know. I just said somebody's gonna.
Let's not name names. That feels like manifesting an injury. But it's your show. Name names if you want.
Yeah, I think Jocelyn is going to have her vaults back.
So, question regarding Sky. So, you guys seen how she did the last 2 worlds on beam. You think they'll trust her at the Olympic team to do beam? You guys think? Seeing how Jordan did last year? I mean, Jordan did in 2021 on beam team finals.
If they
Well,
have
I mean,
Suni on their,
she
if
had
they
in
have,
qualification.
yeah. I mean, if they have Suni on the team, I mean, and first of all, I don't feel like there was a reason they didn't use Sky in the team finals. I mean,
No, weren't you upset about that when it happened because it was gonna hurt her confidence?
yeah. What?
I thought that you were upset that they put Leanne over Sky in team finals on beam because it was gonna
Oh,
hurt her
okay, yes.
confidence.
I was unsure what you were. I was unsure. Yes, because she just fell once. I mean, yes, she fell at Worlds last year, but that was in her event finals. She made qualification, and even though she fell in team finals, she fell where she still got a good enough score. So I just don't understand why
yeah,
they
it was like
hell, and they use Leanne, and Leanne still end up falling. So I mean,
how much do you think that I feel like I kind of overreacted or I didn't fully understand appreciate the whole the circumstances. Leanne was not supposed to do beam in team final, right? So when did she find out she was gonna be in beam? Because I was devastated when she fell. I was like, "There's no way she's going to the Olympics now."
no, she was supposed to do beam. She wasn't. She wasn't supposed to do vault.
So how can you take Leanne to do beam at the Olympics now if she was always supposed to do beam?
Again, like,
And that I'm a stan.
I
That's
love
coming from a
you down.
stan.
Jalandia, I love you down. I know Leanne's best events are vault and floor. I do understand that. It's just for whatever reason for Team USA, they view her as a bars beam girl. And they always use Leanne for bars and beam.
Did you see my comments on that?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I was like, Leanne is a Pan American Games silver medalist on bars and 4th in the world on beam in 2021.
I mean,
They had a rebuttal for me. You'll see.
okay. It's just I don't. Leanne is just not Leanne. It's just ooh.
I actually saw a comment that had a perspective that I hadn't really shared yet, and it was about how Leanne is there to instill confidence in the girls who have harder routines by being consistent with her routines, ideally or theoretically.
I wouldn't say it's to instill confidence because this is the issue with Leanne. The Leanne Wan fans have this magical take that Leanne is so consistent when she is not. Leanne also falls a damn lot too. So
A lot. It's so sad.
So taking Leanne is always a risk because you're already taking somebody with less of a start value, and it's not like she falls any less than Sky.
Was Sky? How good was the routine before her dismount at Worlds this year?
Oh my God, it was damn near perfect. Like always.
She didn't fall twice.
And then it was that damn no, it wasn't perfect because she had fell on something else.
I think she fell twice, but I couldn't remember.
That routine. Makayla the cello.
No one knew how hard she was going to turn out. No one could have predicted it.
Plus, we got to remember Pan American Games was still a month away from World Championship. So the Kayla DeSillo we saw at Pan American Games was not.
We wouldn't have gotten that at Worlds.
No. Worlds was literally a week after trial. So however she looked at trials, which was shaky, that's how she was going to look at Worlds. Plus, this is the issue with this 1 through 5 thing. Like, okay, how does Kayla DeSello fit on this team? So you're going to have both Leanne Wan and Kayla DeSello on the team? We're just going to have
that?
no start values at all across the board, huh? Okay.
Who said we bring both of them?
Leanne was third at trials, so she automatically made the team. It was Simone, Shy, Leanne. What was it?
But you're not being literal, right? Because the third all-arounder doesn't actually have a birth spot. Are you just talking about since they picked them by rankings?
Yeah, since they're going by 1 through 5, I'm just going through who was the top 5 all-arounders at trials. I think it was Simone,
Shiley, Leanne,
and Jocelyn and Sky Blakely. I think that's how it played out. So
wait, wow, good for Jocelyn for pacing that high in the all-arounds.
So I think Kayla DeCello probably would have replaced Sky Blakely. So how does Kayla DeCello fit onto that team? She doesn't beat none of those girls on vault. She doesn't beat. I guess she could contribute on bars, but it would be the same thing as Leanne. I guess she could contribute on beam, but
oh wait, we were wrong, Makayla.
I was
dead wrong.
okay.
Who was 5th place? It was not Miss Jocelyn. She was 7th. If you can guess 5th and 6th, I will pay you $10.
We're talking about at national champion. We're talking about Olympic trials or national championships. Because I was talking about Olympic. I'm talking about
World trials.
I'm talking about trials.
Oh, okay. You said national. Sorry. World
I'm
trials.
Was it Jordan 5th or 6th, something like that, or 7th?
Jordan Childs was 5th, and Caitlin Jong was 6th.
Who?
Caitlin Jong. She's committed to Auburn.
Oh.
I think she won the Pan American Championships last year or something. Maybe as a junior.
Like Caitlin is a really talented girl who have horrible coaches who waste her talent.
Caitlin Jong? Now you know who she is?
I know who she is.
Oh, okay. Who are her coaches?
I have no clue. I always get Caitlin Jong, and it's this other one. She's also Asian American, I believe.
Alicia Zhou? Miley Liu?
Ooh. Miley Liu, yes. I always get those
With the Versace Leo?
Yes. Oh my God, that was like my favorite Leo of all time.
Jocelyn was 4th in the all-around at World Trials. Gag. A 10th behind Sky. 4 tenths behind Shiley's and 8 tenths behind Simone. She was less than a point behind Simone.
So Leanne was 5th.
Yes.
So it would have been Kayla DeSello instead of. I mean, they're the same gymnast, like. And Leanne was doing better than Kayla at the time, so.
Kalia Lincoln was ahead of Kayla. She was 6th, and Kayla was 7th, and Jordan was 9th.
Yeah, Jordan Childs had a horrible Olympic trials. I remember that.
Well, she was second best on vault and bars.
But then they came to beat the floor.
Zoe Miller won bars and they left her, or they did not take her.
It's really interesting how on USA soil they constantly score Zoe and Charlize around the same, but internationally, I just don't think it was scored. I think Charlize is just a better bar worker, unquestionably.
But isn't Zoe's routine harder than Charlize's?
I think they have the exact same start value.
I feel like she's doing. Wait, someone's gonna think I'm annoying for saying this because it's like, what is this based off of? But I just feel like at certain times the judges will score Zoe's higher because she's doing harder skills, like more E skills.
Yeah, Zoe Art is doing more E skills, but Charlize is doing more 3 skills combinations playing towards the rules.
True. So you prefer Charlize's?
Mm. I think Charlize has better form. I think Charlize has better handstands. I think Charlize has better angles.
Who has better
But
flight and swing?
they're pretty equal on flight. I think Charlize is the better swinger, but I do feel like Zoe does harder skills, individual skills. But then Charlize does the harder combinations. So.
And the harder dismount sometimes.
But I don't think we ever seen Charlize do the double front with a half turn in competition.
I think she did it in qualification at Worlds.
Not this year.
I think she did it once.
Yeah. Sky Blakely got her damn double front with a half turn before Charlize did, and we've been seeing Charlize throw that since like 2017.
Oh, Haley Bryant.
Period.
Savannah, right?
Shane here, yep.
Do you like Savannah Shainer a lot? Are you glad she's on the team?
Yes, I like her. Yes.
What's the OU girl that has the really beautiful double front with a half?
Audrey Davis.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I'm glad they raised the value of that skill because it is harder than the double front. It's like one of the harder dismounts off of bars.
So speaking of Audrey Davis, we got to think of Soraya Hawthorne at OU. She did exhibition on vault and vault and floor. Vault
what school was she at before OU?
Georgia.
I mean, it's a good look. Mama wants a championship.
I didn't see it actually. So what did you think, Misha?
They show her floor. I just feel she has a lot of built-in deductions that make lineups. Just don't think KJ is gonna really just. I mean, she may do like a floor routine against like a lesser team, like when we get the Big 12, but I don't think she's gonna make lineups.
Where do you see the built-in deductions in her routine?
Like she doesn't always like land her passes like secure. She drags that front foot sometimes. Now her leaps are good. I think they're just gonna get on those landings sometimes. It was
Hi,
weird to see
Cam.
her in OU. It was weird to see her at OU. I thought that was. I don't know. I just thought you see her in Georgia. It's just kind of weird for me.
How many years was she at Georgia?
3.
3 or 4. Is she so how old? I can't remember. It's 3 or 4.
Man, it's like it seems like Georgia has lost so many of their talented to other schools. Like, didn't Victoria go there for like a season?
Yes.
Yep.
Didn't oh goodness, what's her first name? Her last name is Bauman. Rachel Bauman. Didn't she go there?
Oh yeah, she transferred for her 5th year. Yep, to Florida.
But they still have my favorites, Jeffrey Scott.
That's just because it's her first year. But with Georgia's record,
No,
Mama talked about her-
she's a sophomore, I think.
she is.
Yeah, this is 2nd year. She can stay on beam. Because her bars are good. She can stay on beam. She can do something.
Lily
There. She got
Smith, Jeffrey Scott, and Haley DeJong.
I
She's a
will
strong
never
gymnast.
forget Gabe's Gymnastics for how they ruined the career of Jeffrey Scott. Jeffrey should have been challenging for that 2021 Olympic team.
What was I need to go watch her other routines because I only remember her bars.
Her bars and beam were like absolutely gorgeous.
Her bars was gorgeous. What was she doing on beam, Dina?
I don't remember. I just remember her beam routine being gorgeous. Well, you guys, it's been 2 hours. I am exhausted. I think we're going to call it a day here. Hey, Nisha, how do you think this season is going to go, and how do you think next week is going to play out for LSU?
I'm interested to see them go against OU. So you can teach them a thing or two on form and landings, hopefully. They might panic just early in the season. The lineups haven't really just settled yet. So I'm excited. I'm excited to beat UCLA. Sorry, Urza.
How do you feel about
to beat Utah?
How do you feel about Aaliyah doing elite and trying to and preparing for the Olympics?
I think it's good for her. I mean, her dream was to make an Olympic team in 2021, and you know how she didn't even get to go to tryouts. So for her to go to Olympics, I think it's good for her. I'm happy for her.
Do you
Of course,
think
Sarah was an alternate in 2012, so at least somebody in the family gets to go be an actual Olympian. So I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her.
Same. Do you think that is there a reason she should have taken the season off from NCAA?
I don't know if she could have. I think it would have been good for her, but I think she just needs to train, in that environment.
She wouldn't get to do an extra year afterwards?
Would she? Probably so.
I don't know
She's
how
just a junior this year, so I'm not sure. Probably so. I think Kayla's taken off a year, so I think she enjoyed. I think get the years back, right? Makayla
Right.
did it too, and she got a year back, right? So
Yeah, she could have taken a year off.
yeah. Okay.
But the question is, would she have gotten the same amounts of years just later, or would she be sacrificing a year?
I think she could have gotten it back. I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
That's how it should be, I think. Do you want to make any bold predictions? Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was just responding to RJ's comment. Yes, we gathered him for that. Girl. We gathered him. We was like, yes, no, Julianne McNamara was the Olympic champion, girl. We cover that.
Do either of you feel like making really bold predictions for what does the season work Does it end the same way as I did last season, where it's 4 teams is narrowed down to?
Yes.
Which will those teams will those be, and how will they place?
From the very first weekend of this gymnastics season, which is a long ways away, I think it's going to be OU, Alabama, LSU.
Alabama's second, or that's just out of order?
No ranking order, because if we're going to do ranking order, it's probably be OU, Florida, Alabama, Utah. Sorry, Nisha.
Misha rebuttal.
I have Final Four, LSU, OU, Utah, 'cause they're always there, and Alabama.
What does LSU need to do to beat OU?
A lot. No, work on form, and landings. Because they work on the form.
It's hard to beat OU with OU's vault rotation, man. It's so hard to beat them because not only do they have all 10 vaults, like they have like all perfect 1.5 10 vaults. Like
they always stick at nationals. Always, they always stick those vaults at nationals.
OU
they win nationals if they don't stick this year.
Who, LSU or OU?
Whoever you were saying sticks. I think you were saying OU, right?
Yeah, they stick every national. They just kill it on nationals on vault.
But I mean, so if they don't stick all of their vaults, then they get to go to bars, and then they get to whatever they lost on vault. They finna make it up on bars. Like,
yep, that's usually how it goes. Yep. And that one year they only stuck like 2 vaults, and then stuck every bars landing that one year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it would take, and why do you think, or do you think what do you think the likelihood is that in her lifetime KJ is getting a different program? Is there any reason, like just to build a new thing for fun? Pride?
I think she's the highest paid NCAA coach too. There's no reason.
Just for fun, like she retires, but she wants to help build up a program. We didn't talk once about Arkansas. How are they looking?
I think
they didn't compete this weekend. Yeah, they didn't compete.
Okay. I would love her to build a nobody program.
Well, remember, Kate was at Iowa State all those years before she went to OU. Remember? So she's kind of done that almost, sort of, kind of.
Oh, okay. Legend.
We have 2 HBCU gymnastics teams. I haven't paid attention to neither one of them, so I don't know how either team did. So that's something else.
What's the second one? Fisk and what?
Talladega. Thank you.
Not sure where they are. Yeah. Asia Sims, the head coach over there.
I think they're in Alabama.
Yes, it's in Alabama.
I think Talladega is in Alabama because I know that's the actual city.
Ooh, it's very small.
Mm-hmm. Also, I think the first half of the season is always kind of dull for the people who are more into elite, less into NCAA. Like, the girls don't throw everything, all of their big tricks the first half of the season. It's a lot about preserving your bodies the first half of the season. Like, the girls aren't purposely trying to stick landings. But the second half of the season, it always gets better. So. Look out for everybody throwing their new training videos because I'm sure we're going to see lots of things leading up. Oscar, anything else you would like to add to the conversation before we go?
Yes, one thing. I'm just calculating the number.
Okay.
7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 45 days till Winter Cup.
Okay.
Countdown.
That's like a month.
Ooh, no. Unless Gabby competes, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I need Gabby to compete at Winter Cup. Come on, Gabby. I gotta see some routines, please.
Do you
Oh
expect
no,
her to,
bro.
Makayla?
I pray for all of my friends and family. We went through the storm yesterday, so I guess y'all got it tonight. It's gonna get stupid cold, so if y'all wonder where the winter was at, it's gonna come knocking at the door this week. Is it snowing in Arkansas, Nisha?
Yes, it snowed Friday. Then the rain came in soon after it. Yeah, Friday about like noon.
Is it snowing in New York, Oscar?
It snowed 2 days ago, and it got rained out, so it didn't stick.
Hey, Nisha, can you come collect your weather? We do not have tornadoes in Florida. Can you come and connect our weather and bring it back to Arkansas? Because that was just ridiculous yesterday. Like,
I heard about that.
we had a whole tornado emergency. Like, they shut down schools and everything. Like, I'm like, is this that serious? And for some people, it was that serious. Luckily for us, it was not that serious. We just got a lot of rain and a lot of wind. But yes, our good friend Nisha is from Arkansas. Oscar is from New York City, and I am from the little country state of fucking Florida. So. And with
Nisha,
that,
why do you?
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm just curious why you don't rep Arkansas. Nisha.
That's a good question.
I like Arkansas basketball and LSU gymnastics. That's only
Is there a reason you're not more into the Arkansas gymnastics team?
Because I just don't, and I don't really. Okay, back in the days, I would watch them, but like wasn't a thing. They were always like mediocre, not good. So I like kind of latched on to LSU. Because I liked Missy Hall back in the days when she was competing. So I just loved her. So I kind of latched on to LSU.
Don't they have Leah Smith that's a gymnast? Or am I making it up?
Leah is at Arkansas, yes.
She's really great.
Yeah. But I also like Priscilla Park. Priscilla Park is there. She's a freshman this year. I like her at Arkansas.
Arkansas is going to get a lot more attention next year when Jocelyn goes there.
If she goes there. That year.
She'll be there. She will be there.
I thought you had a plan for her to be like 2025 world champ.
She needs. Part of my plan is her spending 2 years at Arkansas so Jordan and Kyla Ross can fix those form issues. That's part of the plan.
It's all coming back to me
now. It's the first, as we're ending the show, I always have to put this disclaimer. It's the winter time. I know everybody, especially me, goes through the winter blues. I know Christmas and New Year's, all of that has passed, but the holidays don't officially end until after Valentine's Day. So we're still in that little time period of weirdness. Everybody take care of themselves. Take care of your mental health. Bundle up. Get lots of sun. Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean you can't get sunlight. Get lots of sun. Um, they still haven't started selling tickets for the Elite Gymnastics meets yet. Hell, I don't think they even started selling tickets for the NCAA Gymnastics meets yet. So, I mean, NCAA Nationals. So,
Do you know where it will be?
Nationals, NCAA,
Yeah.
Fort
Not
Worth,
Texas. Not
Texas
Texas.
again.
the same place
Hey.
it's gonna be at. And guess where U.S. National is gonna be at? Fort Worth, Texas. So,
Oh,
Why
I didn't
did
know that.
I heard that something is going to be in Connecticut, not Nationals?
I thought Nationals was gonna be in Fort Worth, Texas.
I know that they're doing the Winter Cup in Louisville for the second year in a row. At
Mhm.
least the second year.
I know next weekend. I think there are some more quad meets for the NCAA, but I have no idea who's going to be in them. So we'll talk about it. Johnny says Classes is in Connecticut.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, yeah, I like these quad meets. I don't really care for these quad meets.
Why not?
I watch them. I just can't. I don't know. I just rather have two teams going, back to back. I don't like the four teams. Just something about it. I just don't care for. Never have cared for quad meets for some reason.
I like it because it feels more like elite gymnastics.
Ooh!
And
Wait,
me, I
I'm
don't
so
like elite
excited for
gymnastics that
this.
much though.
I'm so excited for the Fisk, George Washington, and Talladega at Florida on Friday.
Oh wow! Okay.
And then there's also Stanford and Michigan, Missouri at Alabama, Iowa State at Penn State, Washington at Iowa, Georgia at Arkansas, Kentucky at
So I think
Auburn.
we can start this because we do have people who actually are members to the channel. So what I think we should do is we can't stream the meet live, but what we can always do is do a reaction video. So I think we should take one meet that we should all just wait to save for us to watch it all together.
I'd be so down. But what do you mean by someone is a member? Like someone has ESPN Plus or something?
Oh, somebody actually pays to follow this channel every month.
Which platform do they pay though? I thought that was like a
YouTube.
Twitch thing. YouTube.
On YouTube. So I have to start
What the-
doing. So I have to start doing things to cater to my memberships if I want people to be members.
Yeah, like a Patreon type of thing.
Yes.
That's awesome that people are subscribing. Everyone should subscribe.
I think we should save some meats. I could save the Florida meats for y'all because I don't have to watch them live, but I know y'all are gonna watch them live. Is there any school that you guys? Because like Nisha's gonna watch the LSU meets. I could save the LSU meets for us to watch live though. Like I don't have to watch them when they happen. I mean, unless they're going against Florida, well then I'm gonna want to watch that.
Because I try to watch a lot of meets like on Saturdays and Sundays, ones I don't catch on Fridays. But sometimes it's kind of hard to watch every meet
I know.
because of time.
Hey, Oscar, is there a particular rule that you like?
Sorry?
No, I'm just saying, is there a particular...
Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Is there a school I like?
Yes.
Last night I made a list of the schools I like. I like UCLA, I like Florida, I like LSU, I like Alabama, Georgia, OU, Michigan State. That's pretty much it. And then there's like a second tier. But there is a quad meet that I missed that has Arizona, Boise State. Is that the one? I thought I just saw one with UCLA. Oh, LSU, Oklahoma, UCLA, Utah on Saturday, January 13th at 4 p.m.
Oh wow, that's a good one.
Yep, on ABC, regular, the big ABC TV, regular. So that'll be exciting.
Oh, and I keep trying to get off, but there's more information I want to talk about. So, poor lawyer were asking, what is the cheapest way to watch the NCAA without a cable subscription? I think it would be to get the ESPN Plus app. You are gonna miss some things, but no matter what you get, you're gonna miss some things. And I think the ESPN Plus app is the best way to catch most of the season.
Is Fubo a thing?
What is it?
Fubo?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I just never tried it before, so I would have no clue.
Right, I haven't tried it either, but someone on Twitter said that it's the cheapest option, and it was like it starts at $10, and it goes higher.
I have
See, but
Sling because I have Sling from January to April, and I cancel it because I like the SEC, which is of course LSU, and you get the ACC as well, and then you get the Pac-12.
What was it
But
called?
it's like Sling TV.
Oh, Sling. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I have Sling because of the SEC, the Pac-12, and then the ACC. But I'm gonna have
Who's
for
in the
just
Pac-12
season.
now?
Well,
Besides
UCLA,
Cal.
Cal, Stanford,
I
Washington.
thought
this your
UCLA
last
left.
season.
This
Oh,
last
it's
year,
next
yeah.
season. Okay.
Sling, and what is Sling like? $25 a month?
No, because you have to add the sports extra package,
Uh,
which gives you the SEC network plus and all that. So I think it's something like $50-some a month with taxes. But for 4 months, I can pay that after a year.
I mean,
Do
hey,
you,
I know this man keep trying to throw salt in my name at every chance that he gets, but I'm a better person than that. You always could just watch it free and follow addicts. I mean, hey, he's gonna play them all.
But
it's
see,
a
I have to
great
focus.
resource.
I have to focus on my meat.
That's the hard part with watching addicts. Addicts is gonna
Yeah.
talk.
Yes, I have to focus. See, that won't work for me.
Do you do like fantasy gym, Nisha?
I did years ago, but then I found myself like hoping gymnasts will like fall and stuff, and I don't like to, so I quit playing that years ago. Well, they say
Oh,
everybody
that's
just hit
very
and do well, so
interesting.
yeah, I couldn't, because I end up only turn people to like you need to fall or whatever. So no, I don't think that's good for me.
I've never done fantasy, and I still hope people fall.
I can never figure out how to do it. Like I try every year to do one, and then I sit there up there and I get the PDF file, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna go through all of this shit, and I just stop.
It's too much.
And then
I'm
it's
not
kind of hard to keep up with like who's injured and who's not competing, and then that changes a lot of like at the last minute, pull somebody out, so you don't have a score for that person, or that's what used to make me so mad. With some teams.
Like, I think I could do a fantasy team if it was just like a division, but not like the entire NCAA.
Are there ways to cheat at it, or is the system somehow holding you accountable?
If there is, I don't know, because I only played like 2 years. So I wouldn't. It took the enjoyment out of it for me. Some people love it because it gets, I don't know.
Are there any other schools near either of you that are like not D1 that you could go see meets at? Like I have LIU near me, like an hour away.
For me, no. Arkansas is like 3.5, 4 hours away from me.
And that's the closest.
That's the closest, yeah.
Unfortunately, I live in a college town that has no college gymnastics team. Like Florida State doesn't have a college gymnastics team. FAMU does not have a college gymnastics team. The closest college gymnastics team to me is the University of Florida, which is like an hour and a half away from me.
Gainesville.
Yeah. Well, everybody, that is it. That is it. I love you guys. Y'all
Bye.
might get another show another day this week. Y'all might. I can't make no promises though, but y'all might. Because I do like doing NCAA preview shows. It's just sometimes I just don't have the knowledge to do the preview for the NCAA. And with that being said, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of